So I'm really stupid. Really stupid.
Really stupid. Really stupid.
Really stupid.
Really stupid.
So I'm really stupid.
So yeah, I'm pretty stupid.
What is up, Drummer Nation? I'm your temporary host, Ty Blue. Let's get right into the news. So for today's story, David here forgot his age, so we have him here to interview today. So David, what do you think about you forgetting your own age?
So I'm really stupid. And
Tell us something you don't know, sir.
Oh yeah, that's no surprise
Nick,
to
it's
me.
your turn.
Oh, hang on. I gotta grab my huge ass bag of popcorn real quick.
So yeah, I'm pretty stupid, and I was just like,
Told you, tell us something we don't know.
well, I was just like, whoa. I was hanging out with Nick and Dylan and their cousin. I was just like, you know what? Their cousin was like, how old are you? Because we were asking if I was as old as his brother. And I was just like, you know what? I have no clue how old I am. And I had to text my brother. I had to call my brother. I had to call my dad. And then I finally got an answer. I was just like,
Yeah,
whoa.
We're gonna
How
post
did I
a video of
forget?
this at some point, so you'll get the full effect. But at one point during it, when he called his dad, he's like, "So am I this age or this age?" And then his dad told him the wrong age at first, and then little Billy's like, "Oh wait, no, that's not right." And,
Wait a
and then,
minute.
And then he
How
told
old
him
is
the
my
right
son? That's a good question.
Maybe all along you've been adopted.
what? What?
That would explain a lot of things.
It all makes sense.
What? Are you calling me gay?
Yes, actually.
So, I think that this is
You want me
a
to
perfect segue into announcing officially for the first time that Andrew's coming back.
Yeah.
Andrew McIntyre is set to be
And
in.
spelling the love.
Ouch.
Turn.
Andrew McIntyre, who we all know from the Andrew Show and the Shifter
Actually,
movies.
I know him because he's my cousin.
Well, yeah, but
Nick, it's your turn.
anyway. So he's been gone for like 3 years
What?
now since Shifter ended. And he's coming
Oh,
back. He's gonna be in a bunch of our new stuff. We recorded
yeah, never mind.
3 new shorts, and he's going to voice several characters in the upcoming Cell Block 13 machinima we're working on. So that is going to be a lot of fun. And his brother, our other cousin, Mitchell, will also be making an appearance in Cell Block 13.
Did you guys notice how much uptalk Dylan was using there? That was crazy.
You got to talk for the mic.
You right.
Alright.
Ooh,
Andrew
wow.
McIntyre has left the building,
That sucks.
but he's now returned.
Hey, get ready.
So,
Followed a 3-year-long hiatus.
yep, that was a really long hiatus. So, now for recent games, some quality content has been released lately.
Ruby
And
Grim
there's some
Eclipse.
quality dog barking in the background, too.
Yeah. Goddamn dog. I'll kick its teeth out.
Oh, my.
Just kidding. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, one of the recent games that half of us have been playing is Ruby Grim Eclipse. It's a game based on the popular web series Ruby, and it just was released on consoles.
It's awesome.
Yeah, the game's pretty fun. I have it on PC, so I don't have it on Xbox, but it is pretty legitness.
And as usual, we have found a way to bring up Rooster Teeth in our podcast.
Which I no longer have beef for because I have bought multiple products from them, and they have come in pretty smoothly.
How
So there you
smoothly is
go.
pretty smooth.
They just showed up on their normal time. It didn't take them years for them to actually come.
Ah, das is good.
Sir.
So yeah, that's cool. There really hasn't been that many games that have come out the
There's a
past
game
month
I
or
want
so.
to play.
There's
I
some
want to
games
play.
that are coming out soon.
I really want to play Resident Evil 7.
Look, I
Yeah.
want to look spooky.
Dave, have you done anything on For Honor yet? I know you
Oh
you sent me the
yeah,
beta, but
I
have
got
you
the
actually played it?
on the beta, and that's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun beta. Yeah, it's just you kind of just kill stuff and fight stuff. You fight. You can be a samurai. You could be a knight. You could be a Viking. The graphics are really good, and yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Overall, I don't know how long its staying power can be because it is just kind of like generic. You go slash at this guy, and then this guy slashes at you and stuff.
Right.
But it's pretty fun to play for free.
Maybe at
And
full
then
release
Ghost
it'll get
Recon
more.
Wildlands. Yeah, the Ghost Recon Wildlands beta is coming out next weekend, and I applied for that, so I'm probably gonna get into that too.
Cool.
Now, we're gonna have some story times. Besides, we started off with the story
Oh,
about
don't
me
even ask
forgetting.
me about games. Whatever.
Oh wait. Have
Even
games
fair.
named?
We know you don't get games.
Well,
Wait,
actually, I'm playing Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel a lot recently. I've been trying to play through 2 with Dylan. That's going okay.
Yeah.
And
So
pre-sequel's pretty fun too.
I still
And
don't,
Overwatch. Overwatch is pretty fun.
I still don't know if on the original Borderlands on a 360 if I have a mod or if I just have a like an in-game mod. Because I have this shield that's like really, 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 really good that some guy just randomly gave to me when I like first got the game.
It's probably modded.
And he said someone said it was modded, and then I found out later on that there's things in the game called mods. So I'm like, well, is it a mod or is it modded? So I don't know. I
It's
might have
probably
hacks on
mod-
that game.
Probably modded then. Like,
Oh yeah. I finally completed Dishonored again. I beat it when it first came out, but then I got
when it first
Dishonored
came out.
2 and played through it on the 1. And I'm the top of my friends list on the achievement leaderboards at the moment.
Dylan's a nerd
Yeah,
and he
but-
got 3,000 gamer score.
I'm on top of you for everything else in that game. If you want, I could go to the leaderboards and show everyone real quick, or I could just stay here.
and embarrass you.
We could
pleb.
cut to an image of it in editing.
I guess.
There's one game that I just cannot wait for. It's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, that game looks. I'm so excited for that, to be honest.
I love the first game. It's like first game.
I don't know if you guys want me to comment.
Yeah.
I really hope there's gonna be some haunted secrets in the game, like the first one.
Fucking newer.
Going around and looking for like this creepy secrets and like the ghost town and stuff was so fun. And
Yeah.
I did that with Lorenzo actually.
Dude, Lorenzo.
What I enjoyed
Yeah.
doing was
That's-
gang attacks that are actually fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you explain the gang hideouts in that game.
Let's just say I won't be buying Red Dead 2.
So another game
Well,
that
Red Dead 3.
So
Red Dead Redemption 2.
another game that we play. We don't play it a ton anymore, but it's one of the most played games we have is Grand Theft Auto 5, which features these things called gang attacks. And in there,
Nobody likes gang attacks.
I mean, they're not awful, but they're not like when I'm playing.
They're
I'm
just
like,
in the
let's go
way.
do the new gang attacks. And, yeah, but in Red Dead
They're just
Redemption,
there.
yeah, they're just kind of there. But in Red Dead Redemption, there's I don't even know what they're called,
Gang hideouts.
gang hideouts, and they're basically the same thing except there's more of an objective, so they're really fun.
Yeah.
I
So,
think this game is going to be really fun, and I think it's going to have co-op multi or campaign.
Oh, oh boy.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Would really be cool if
The
Intro
disappointing
would
thing
come out.
about it is the well, they're making Agents of Mayhem,
I still
so
don't count that as the Saints show.
well, I'm saying like they're not making a Saints Row because they're doing that.
But I would still like a new Saints show called Saints Row 2 Remastered.
I'm waiting.
Anyway,
I would just go crazy if that happened.
Saints Row 2 is so
the-
oddly fun. Like,
the-
I'm going to cut you off. I want to go on a topic about Saints Row 2. I apologize. But
Well, don't
Saints
talk too
Row
much.
2...
Dylan hasn't.
I'm not saying about story. I'm just saying Saints Row 2, like, in the forefront really isn't that, like, it's a good game, but it's not like the best game. It's very dated.
I really
But
wanna
for
play
some
Saints Row
reason
2
it's
now.
it's just oddly so much fun.
It's
Because
one
it's the best game ever of all time.
It's one of those things where all kinds of these retro games, I know that's not really a retro game, but it's an older game. Like all these games like that are so fun because they're simple and there's all kinds of weird glitches in them.
Yeah.
All these games now, like we were talking about GTA 5 earlier, that's an amazing game. And at launch, I had so much fun on it because there was all these funny glitches on them.
Yeah.
But now developers are like, oh, there's a funny glitch in our game. We gotta patch it to make our game look as smooth as possible.
Oh, what's that? There's a launch glitch. Oh, that could help players escape from the cops.
Oh, no.
No, no, no.
so
And-
the most
yeah.
the most frustrating thing is there's rumors going around that Red Dead Redemption 2's incoming launch is going to result in the
The
end
death of GTA 5 online.
Yeah, the end of free updates for GTA 5.
Free updates or updates? Because
Updates at all.
Either.
I would gladly take no more free updates and add like story expansions and
Well, they're
I
not going to
think-
do
no,
that
the-
because they make bank from the
The,
multiplayer.
The last
Microtransactions.
they sent I don't know if they officially confirmed, but they said something like, well, they said they were planning like a while ago that they were gonna have a large final update, and that's what they think the new people think that's what the newest update was, and there's not gonna be a new one after.
they would announce if it's gonna be the final one.
Well, but yeah, once Red Dead 2 comes out, there is a very high possibility that there will be no more GTA Online.
The thing that frustrates me about that is that the GTA fan base isn't all going to go over to Red Dead.
Yeah, I personally
Like,
would.
I'm not going to Red Dead.
You're not a GTA fan though.
Yeah.
I play it. I like it a lot more than I used to.
I don't.
Not
I
necessarily.
guess.
I've been offering to play it the last several weeks, and you don't want to.
So if you guys get this far in the video, let's check how long this is. 24 minutes. That's pretty good. Pretty good time. If you got here and you happen to play GTA 5, I would like you to comment one thing, or more than one thing, but at least one thing that you enjoy to do while playing free roam. Whether it's a closed session with just your friends, or an online session with 32 randa or 31 other randos.
Well, the other
Or-
question is, what do you do in those sessions?
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like one thing you do in those sessions.
Hey, you know what? That could give us an idea for like a let's play, maybe.
That too.
Yeah.
But mainly what I'm trying to figure out is building on what I was saying earlier. When that game first came out, there was all this fun stuff to do in it, and it was just like, hey, you want to play Xbox? Sure. What do you want to play? GTA? Oh, alright, that's fine. And then we just, without even thinking of like, are we going to go do some missions in it and do that, or are we going to free roam? We would just always free roam because there was all this fun stuff to do. And now there's not as much fun stuff to do, so we can never think of things. And because of that, this guy, Dylan, refuses to play free roam because he doesn't know what to do. And thinks it's
And I just end up driving around aimlessly around the map.
so.
Which is sometimes fun when you have like, oh, let's get a 5-star and
Oh, yeah,
repeatedly
that's
drive
really fun
across
to
the
do.
map.
Well,
When
we
you're in
don't
the
do
mood
that.
for it. When you're in the mood for it, if you just drive around and it's just like, yeah,
Like if I just want to drive around, I'm gonna go play Forza.
who honestly plays Forza?
And Forza Horizon 3 won Best Game of the Year on True Achievement. So
I guess a lot of people.
let's have another. If you got this far and you know what that game is, do you pronounce it Forza or Forza?
Isn't it supposed to be pronounced Forza?
All the developers and people like at E3 and stuff say Forza, but it looks like Forza. And there's
American.
someone high up that said Forza. I forget who it was, but Dylan was so happy when he heard that. He's like, "They didn't say Forza!"
I mean, the Forza, it's like a foreign game, so Forza would make sense.
It's like a Mozart,
Yeah.
but I'm still never gonna pronounce it like that.
Like, I don't know which one to pronounce, because Forza sounds better, but Forza is correct. So I don't know what to do. Yes!
Hey, thanks.
Wahaha!
So,
Oh.
are we gonna talk about upcoming projects then? For the channel and stuff like that?
Oh, we kind of already did.
Are we announcing our full schedule before we release it?
We're announcing it, but we're not gonna announce it until we have everything ready to go to start doing trailers and stuff.
Alright, so, never mind.
I mean,
So
we
now-
already talked about Cell Block 13, but I'll go into a little more detail on just that, and then that can be our thing. Basically, it's a, for people that don't know what it is, it won't really make sense if you just say it. So, it's called a machinima, and it's basically just, we play Halo, but we go in essentially the free roam mode, and we just go around and do stuff in there, but we add voiceover in it, like voiceovers on top of us playing and doing
We
stuff in the game.
essentially
it
make a cartoon
story.
using a video game.
Yeah. So it's like Family Guy, but instead of a animator, we have people playing an Xbox.
What's the difference?
Nothing. There's no difference.
Yeah, we just go flat out say we were heavily influenced by the show Red vs. Blue.
Not really.
I mean, it was like
It was an influence on why we decided to make a machinima, but it didn't really influence the content of the machinima.
Well,
Yeah, but,
I
like,
think it did.
it gave us
Like,
the idea,
without
too.
trying, like subconsciously, we're like, yeah, let's do this machinima, and then like, there's some stuff in it that is like, after I said that, I realized that kind of sounds like this from Red vs. Blue. So
But-
hopefully, if you enjoy Red vs. Blue, you'll enjoy this. If not, well, that's okay. But you should still check it
Honestly,
out.
we
when it
should
comes
probably
out.
put in the credits of like the episodes, like thanks to RVB for.
I mean, maybe at like the end of the season, but not every episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a discussion for us. Not the podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now we'll have story time.
So something exciting to announce about
Or
that
no.
is that you cut me off earlier, so it's my turn. Something exciting to announce about that is the fact that this is going to be our largest cast ever.
Yes.
It's even gonna beat out Shifter.
Well, is it
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
like even Sugar Ridge stuff?
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I think so. Because the thing with this is, like I said, it's a voiceover thing, so we can get people like Andy D, and Andrew who don't live in our city, and we can like say, hey,
And-
come over to my house and record this line. It's
I don't know if we fully confirmed. I know he wanted to do a voice, and we wrote a character in for him, but I don't know if we ever talked to him again since then. But Caleb's friend Andrew, so there's 3 Andrews, wanted to do a voice.
that and Caleb himself, but like all of them are Andrew and Andrew the friend of Caleb, and Caleb have not talked at all to us recently, so we don't know if they're still confirmed to be in it, I guess. Like, we have...
Well, when I talked to Caleb, he still wanted to do it.
Alright. So, he's still most likely gonna be in it, but, like, we have the characters written and their personalities fit those people the most, but if they're not in there, don't sue us. False advertising.
So
don't pull a No Man's Sky on us.
in the shifter, we had me and Nick, Andrew and Mitchell, Gavin and David, and Ava and my grandpa.
And Brady.
Oh yeah, and Brady. So how many is that? 7?
Yeah. This one's gonna have possibly like 10.
Andrew, Dylan.
We
Nick,
won't
David,
won't say any of the
Gavin,
hypotheticals.
Mitchell.
So me and Nick, that's 2. Gavin and David is 4. Andrew and Andrew is 6. Mitchell is 7. Caleb is 8. And then we have a couple hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Wait, Caleb is 8.
Yeah.
What?
What? Whoa. Who knew
I thought he was way older than that, but no.
he ages backwards?
He's definitely old enough for a Facebook account.
Yep. Hint. We're giving you some insider info.
No, don't tell
No, let
them.
them make their own connections.
It's gonna be in the show.
Shut up!
All right, so what, are you ready for story time?
Should we?
Yeah, I think so.
Should we do the stories first of how our family is lucky to be alive?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that should probably be it. So,
Yeah.
Nick
Yep.
and Dylan, they have a very high track record of almost dying,
And my
like a
mom.
lot.
And my dad, he's
His
had like
fa-
4 heart surgeries.
He said
Yeah.
2.
I said like,
Yeah, his family almost dies a lot, or their family. So we'll start off with Dylan since he was the firstborn of Nick and Dylan.
I think we should
So,
start
Dylan,
off with
what is
my
your-
dad because he was.
All right, we'll
firstborn.
start off with your dad. Start off with your dad, I guess.
There's not really much to say about that. He's just had like 2 different heart surgeries. And
All right, we'll
he
talk about your
has
mom.
part of his heart is at pig's heart.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So whenever he's eating bacon, he's being a cannibal.
What
Think about that.
was wrong with his heart?
Heart valve issues.
And then your mom.
So basically, for Christmas one year at Sugar Ridge, so whatever years those were.
It was only 1.
Whatever year
Well,
that
it was 2. We lived there and then 10 years later came back.
Whatever year we were there most recently, we got these safes for
2009.
Christmas, and my mom and dad had them in their closet in their room on like this little shelf thing in there, and she was getting them down because my mom was wrapping presents, and she was getting the safes down so she could wrap them, and something happened and they both just fell and smashed her in the head. Yeah.
Oh, no.
They were like these little black safes that they weren't too big and heavy, but they're pretty heavy.
What kind of Christmas?
Yeah, Andy brought up a good point. What kind of Christmas present is a safe?
I don't know. We both really wanted a safe.
You did?
Yeah, I
That's
used to
the
be
one.
obsessed with
Alright,
locks.
so-
I don't know why. I was like lock everything. I like locks.
I remember I used
So we
to
have an
open up my
Agent
aunt's-
Lock fan up in here.
Oh,
What a
oh wow!
tool.
Yeah, his
I used
controller
to-
looks so much better than the diarrhea green
Oh.
dumpster fire.
Oh, I cannot believe you just said that. Stab
I'm
me.
not gonna lie,
Hashtag
I kinda
Goldilocks
like
up in
Locke.
here.
I kind of like Locke a little bit.
Shut up!
Can somebody get this guy out of here?
Master Chief for life, yo.
Alright, yeah,
And then-
so Dylan, I'll let you take it away. 'Cause I don't want to tell you how you lived your life.
Oh, someone can help out. There's a lot of them.
I'll help
All
out.
right, well, I'm
because-
gonna say. Can I say the big one?
Yeah.
All right, so when Dylan was born, so wait. I'll preface this by saying Dylan is a zombie because Yeah, I know. It's a huge revolution. He prefers to be called a walker, but
That's just because he can't
So-
make up anything on his own.
so when Dylan was born, he was dead. He was all
Uncreative.
gray. He was all gray, and yeah, he was
He
DED.
had like a collapsed lung and some other stuff, so they had to fly him to a different hospital where they revived him.
And
Yeah,
I still have a scar from the tube they put into my lung. So that's a thing.
I know.
Yeah,
Since we're on birth things right now, I know when I was born, I had like a humongous bruise on my forehead. I don't know how that
I
happened.
just imagine Nick just headbutting your mom in the stomach, just like, gosh, he has like a mini Xbox and is like, dang it, ow.
Speaking of birth things again, I'm actually gonna have my own son. I'm
Whoa,
gonna name him.
Lubert.
Nah, that's retarded.
Hey, mentally slow.
Okay, that's acoustic. But speaking of acoustic, his name will be Acoustic Guitar Junior.
Okay, I don't like the sound of that because Gavin beats acoustic guitars. Oh, I guess
he beats people with
acoustic
acoustic guitars.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, well, he's probably gonna be beating a lot of men. So I mean, it doesn't surprise.
Just dropped a lot of stuff.
Drop bombs
God.
and that is what I did.
And then Dylan, say the other story about you almost dying again or getting hurt really bad.
Which one?
He didn't really get
Well,
hurt that bad.
All right, we'll go from when you were young to now, because you had a recent really hurt yourself bad recently.
Again, he
The
never hurt himself.
The door
bad.
at Meyer.
Oh.
Oh, that's not. No. That's not
talking-
a story
That's
for now.
that's not life threatening or anything.
I'm talking like clickbait title. I almost died.
Anyway,
It would be I
Oh.
died.
My computer's making a really loud noise.
And-
What it's doing it? Kind of scaring me.
That's
let's say within the 3-year range from 1st to 3rd grade, sometime in there, we were playing baseball with our friends in the neighborhood, and I was the catcher and Nick was at bat, and he swung and ended up hitting me in the back of the head with a baseball bat.
Was it metal?
It was metal.
Oh.
But
Ouch,
yeah,
that's
in
not-
case you didn't know, when you're catcher, you're looking behind you, and the ball just hits you in the back, and that's how I hit him in the back of the head.
So,
Yeah, if
Makes
you couldn't
sense.
tell that was sarcasm, I have no clue how he was the catcher. And I hit
So,
him in the back of the head.
Nick's been cosplaying Negan since before Negan was written.
no.
I was Negan
Well, no.
before it was
No.
cool.
Negan. No, wait, no, never mind.
Don't know why it just became John Cena while I put on fake glasses. No one could see that, so I guess that's a
But,
good thing.
Nobody can see you because you're John
Then-
Cena.
When I was
They don't see
in
me till
No.
too late.
what grade was that? 7th grade? 8th grade? 7th or 8th grade?
Yeah.
I was at baseball practice and I was walking behind some of the kids who were swinging bats,
He was
and
like-
I ended up getting hit in the face with a baseball
You got
bat,
hit by a train.
right in the forehead.
He was like practicing his swings outside the cages, waiting for his turn. And
Yeah.
Dylan I think you showed up late or something, and you just show up,
Yeah.
walking up there, and you're just like,
Bashed in
wham.
the skull.
I have
And
a story about when I was born.
Then there
You
was
were after me.
in 6th grade. I
Actually,
was
Andrew's
jumping on the
after me.
bed trying to be cool and doing flips and such. Ended up missing the bed. I
No,
fell off.
you were on the bed, you did a flip, and landed off the bed.
Yeah, I landed off the bed, destroyed my arm, narrowly missed hitting my head on the corner of a dresser by about a couple
Your head.
inches. And broke completely through the bigger bone in my arm and halfway through the smaller bone.
Ooh.
And all the doctors said that it was the worst break they'd ever seen.
Congratulations.
That's how I learned to do everything left-handed.
What do you mean? Did you not use your right hand after that?
Well, it was in a cast for a couple months, so
Hmm. Are you amphibian dexterous now?
yes. I am
What?
ambidextrous.
That's crazy, man. It's like bunk. That's almost as crazy as being dyslexic.
But not
Ah.
quite.
Alright, so is
And,
that all your stories you got?
Since David wanted me to tell about the door, I was walking, and you know how normally people swing their arms as they walk, and somehow it ended up in the lock at the door at Meyer and just ripped my hand open, or my finger.
I was about to say rip your hand off. I was like, what the fuck?
That's how you really learn to do stuff left-handed. Alright,
I also have slipped getting out of the shower and wrecked
Going-
my eye and had to get
Going the
like
other way
the
now.
spot right in the corner of my eye glued shut.
I don't remember that.
That was at Sugar Ridge.
Sugar red.
Alright, well,
I had
you're going out of order.
non-cancer-
You keep making me think it's my turn, and then you start telling
In,
another story.
Ninth grade, I had a non-cancerous tumor on my thumb I had to get taken off. And
I'm really sorry. I'm back.
I think I broke my pinky last year.
I was gonna say
But
sorry,
Nick
He
but
doesn't
didn't.
believe-
He
or
did
not
not
last-
break it.
Yeah, last-
you only injured
Not
it
even close to broken.
mildly.
it was injured for a couple weeks.
Oh, ouchie. I got a boo.
This isn't me just being like, ah, you're fine. He always says when he hurts himself, it's broken. I broke my insert body part here.
I don't do that all the time.
He does that
I do
all
that
the time.
99% of the time.
I've had a couple injuries.
Sir, you're not next.
Who's
Yeah.
next then?
Me.
Nick, actually. That's what
Nick
you get
only
for
has
being-
one or two.
Well, I don't care.
Well, I'm
You
still
left,
next in the age
so-
timeline.
Fine.
Ooh. And then guess who's next? Me.
Not you, Andy.
Actually,
I'm more
that's-
mature than you.
I don't.
I'm older.
Okay,
Oh.
well, my story is that the big one that I can think of. I forgot. I think I was at like someone's birthday party or something. And I was,
Yeah,
what? What are you laughing
I
at?
know what this is.
What?
Yeah, I remember this. Oh, dude. Oh.
I was telling the water one. I don't know what
The
you're thinking.
pool one.
Yeah, that's the big
Yeah,
one.
that's
You
funny.
didn't get that from the big one?
The big
No,
one.
I thought you were talking about the pneumonia.
Oh, see, this is Dylan saying that it's funny that I almost died. Okay, so I went to this birthday
Almost.
party. Shut up. It was at this like school thing, but there was like this indoor pool, and that was where this birthday party was, at this indoor pool. And I got there and I changed into my swim outfit and I jump into the pool. Little did I know, the left side was the deep end.
Why was the left side the deep end? The left side is always the shallow end.
I don't know. The left end was just the deep end.
I guess they were dyslexic.
I guess so.
What does that
Hi.
even mean?
Oh, hi.
Dyslexic.
Almost like this neck one.
Dyslexic, not dyslexic.
Oh,
Anyway, so I jump in the deep end, and it's like 2 feet taller than me. So I'm like standing on the bottom of the pool with this water above me, and I'm like freaking out. I don't know how to get out. No one's coming to help me, so I like jump up and try to like catch onto the I don't even know what the ground, I guess. The part where the people are like sitting and stuff. And I try to get up there and I can't do it, and I just like keep jumping up and I'm like running out of breath, and then I finally, after I don't know how long, managed to like grab hold of the side and get my breath, and then somebody comes over and is like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm basically just drowned here, and now you want to help me." But
it
So
would have
then
been
I-
hilarious if there were kids dangling their legs in the water
I'm just
and they
holding
didn't know how to swim. So in order to get yourself up, you just like
Grab
pulled
their
them
legs
down
and
and
pull them
got up.
So-
And
I
it's
may
just
not
like-
have died
it's
that day, but I
just like,
killed 3
it's the
kids.
way of the hunt. It's the way of the hunt. Yeah, it's just like
Survival
So
of the
in-
fittest.
In my, I had a TV comedy class last semester, and this reminds me of a joke that one of them said. And the lady's like, yeah, my mom was like, yeah, if they taught me how to swim because they took me out in the river, in the middle of the river, and just threw me out of the boat. And I said, Mom, they weren't trying to teach you how to swim.
Giggle.
All right, Andy, what's your near-death experiences?
So this one time in band camp. Nah, but really, this one time, not in band camp. I was just riding my bike along, and it was a
Oh,
lot.
I have a
slower than-
story after this too.
Yeah, it was really worth it. So, I was just riding my bike along, and my bike was a lot smaller. So when I ride my bike, I like to stand up, lean forward, and pedal as hard as I can, pedal to the middle. So even though I'm not driving a car, I still push that pedal in the middle. But anyways, I was just riding along. Next thing I know, my bike is on top of me and my face is on the ground. My handlebars come up over me and like smash my forehead into the pavement. And
I just imagine like a cutaway, like Andy's just like riding his bike peacefully, like la 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 la, and then it just cuts to like this huge wreck, like Andy's like on the floor bleeding, and his like bike just flings and hits him in the forehead, and he's just like,
Nick, do you remember the time you flipped over your handlebars?
What? Oh, yeah. The story I was gonna tell was about
well,
biking.
okay,
but
all right.
That's
I
another
wasn't
one.
even. But don't even fucking wait for me to finish. That's cool too.
I'm still waiting. You hear me telling the story? No,
Yeah,
you don't.
yeah, you're waiting. Go ahead, wait some more. Oh,
All right, I will.
all right. So like, I flip over my bike, right, and fucking.
this one time at band camp.
You can like fuck off. Dick. You guys make me want to kill myself.
All right, go Andy, just go already.
Okay, so I was just sitting there on the ground with the bike on top of me, And my neighbor, this old dude, he comes outside and he's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "No."
Do I look like I'm alright?
I say no. I scream it because I'm in fucking agonizing pain because I just had a bike literally smash my face into the pavement. He's just like, "Oh, okay," and then he just walks back inside.
He doesn't even come and help.
No, you literally hey, to the end of his driveway, but I literally house. He walks out. You okay? I'm like, no. And, all right. And he just walks back inside. Like, I thought about it.
I just
choking.
think it's funny.
Actually, knew something was
I just
like,
imagine Andy like, "Are you okay?" No. And he's just like, "Oh, okay, bye."
he walked outside. He's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "All right." He sat there and watched it for like 5 seconds and then walked away.
I just imagine this kid that's like all broken and like he's like bleeding, and then this guy just like stares like, "Should I help him?" Nah. Just walk inside. How did you get out of that?
I literally sat there for like 10 minutes.
What
And
happened?
then managed to limp back home. It's what happened.
Wait.
I
Sorry,
got to sit up in the upright position with my bike on my lap. I think that's what kind of ticked him off, that I was okay. But what he didn't see was me stand up and limp back to my own house.
wait, I'm gonna say my story before you say yours, Nick. So
I'm gonna save my stories for next one because this is getting long.
I was this is another bike story. I have a lot of bike stories, so
Yeah.
I'll say the other one first. I was going to the the Sunday Station, which is right down the street from me. And
It's an
during
ice
the
cream place for
yeah, it's
people
an
that
ice
don't
cream.
live in our city.
Well, I mean, Sunday Station is a pretty like it Sunday. Obviously, you would understand what I'm saying.
I know.
Anyway,
I'm just saying.
I was going to the ice cream shop down the street from me, and I was just riding my bike, and I did this all the time, but I had a crappy $50 bike that only worked about the first 20 times I used it, and then it just started falling apart. And so I was riding it, and there was a stop sign. There's always a stop sign because there's like a four-way stop, like street that I have to cross. And right, but this was at like the safer part of the four-way, thankfully. So I was riding my bike casually. There were some kids down the street, which kind of makes it funnier. And um I I hold down my brakes, and instead of them like slowly taking time to brake, like they just kind of like halted, and then it just kind of flung me, and I was just like, "Fuck!" I just like shouted that in front of a bunch of little kids. And I don't wait, I think I said son of a and not the F word. And there's this old lady across the street that had her window down at the car too, and I just completely wiped out, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch. And I was just on the floor in pain, and I got like all scratched up, and she just kind of drove over and was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. And then
I don't want any candy.
Yeah. And she was just like, okay. And then she kind of like waited there to make sure I could get up. I got up, and then she drove off. She was like Andy's friend.
And
It
then
was
she
just like,
did a burnout in front of me.
at least it wasn't like Andy's neighbor who's just like, who just sat there when he could obviously see he was hurt and just was like, okay, bye.
I have a serious question about this story.
What?
Did you still go and get the ice cream?
No, I limped home after that.
Aw.
I was.
Well,
I
how
was
funny you like broke your leg and you're pedaling with one foot, but you show up with ice cream. You're like, well, I got the ice cream, but had some issues.
Hashtag worth it.
I have another story about a bike, and this
Like David gets the ice cream, and then all he hears in his head, mission complete. Nice one.
Good job. See you on the next one. And there's
50,000 bones used to be here. Now they're all broken.
yeah. So that happened, and I was just like, the kid down the street. He was riding like his big wheel. He literally had like a big wheel, and was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yep, good."
Like all
And I
those
just-
kids that you go home and they're like, "Mommy, what does son of a bitch?"
Well, you see, it means that
He said, "I'm a bitch."
Be like, "Mommy, what is son of a bitch?" Like
Like
he
they're,
drops his
fucking
voice
Hulk.
so.
like, hey guys, wanna go play some baseball?
Fucking puberty hits him like the fucking the speed of light.
And then my second story
Your voice
was,
dropped faster than the mic.
Hey guys, wanna go snort some cocaine? What's
Do
up?
I?
so my second story also has to do with that trash bike.
He's got like fucking 10-inch thick muscles, and then grows
Like his body just like insanely grows.
Oh! Except
Um,
7 feet and fucking rips through all his clothes. Just stood there naked. I'm a bear!
All right, okay, now you're taking it too far, man. All right,
Sure.
so this next story is during the summer.
Yeah?
My friend and I, we
one time, right?
we would do a lot of stupid stuff during the summer. No, not coke, not drugs, not drugs. We would do a lot of stupid stuff during the summer, and so we would ride our bikes down Conneaut Hill and then bike over.
For instance, is that one time at band camp.
Okay, let's stop interrupting and try to get this done in the next 5 minutes so we can keep this about an hour.
So
Getting on.
you know, there's this big hill, and Nicodillen, you know the hill, right?
Yeah.
The Conneaut Hill. So there's this really big hill, and we found you can ride your bike really seamlessly down it. And surprisingly, the injury didn't occur there. At the, so me and my friend, I was out with my friend, and we were just riding our bikes down the hill like all the time. We did that like every day for like a couple weeks, and it's really exhilarating and fun. So I went down, and then we went across the street and stuff, and we went to the city park, and they have a skate park in the city park, and we were like riding around and stuff, and we were about to leave, and I was like, all right, one time before we leave, I want to go down the ramp and go up above the and I want to go like over again because I was like going down this ramp and then I would go into the pit and then I would go back up onto the like the base ground. I was like, I want to do that one more time. So I go up, I go down, I get ready, and instead of me like seamlessly going over, my bike clips. And I just break, and I'm like, I have no idea what to do. And then I fall backward, and my bike like twists my ankle, like 180 degrees sideways, and like then I just like fall to the floor, and I'm just like
Son of a fuck.
in tears for
180
like 30
degrees is not sideways.
That's completely turned around.
All right, 90 degrees.
There you go.
90 degrees sideways, and then I just fall, and the bike falls on top of me, and then like my friend was just kind of there coaxing me, and I call my aunt, and she comes and picks me up. And what's funny is that like this like the wimpiest dude in the world comes on like a tiny little like rainbow penny board, and it's like,
Son of a fuck.
what the heck is this kid doing crying in the pit? Like, he's been here for like an hour. It's just like, look at you with your freaking rainbow penny board. It's like, you're really one to judge. And it's just like, and then I had to like limp up, and we went to the hospital, and turns out I sprained my ankle. And yeah, I rode in a wheelchair for about a week or two.
Look at this rudy ass motherfucker laughing at me. Get your gay pride board out of here.
When you
yeah,
when you first started telling that story, I thought it was gonna end up like that episode of Family Guy. I think it was one of the most recent ones where they go sledding and then they get the table from their, their dining room and they all slide down the hill on it. And it does not end well.
what happens?
You'll have
Why
to
did we
watch the
think that would
episode.
be a good idea?
But yeah, and then I get taken away and I sprain my ankle, and I learned that day, or that week, I really suck at using crutches.
I thought you said you had a
So-
wheelchair.
Exactly, I had crutches, and I was going through the school, and I was just sweating hardcore, and I was like out of breath, and my Mr. One of my favorite teachers, he was like, you know what, we'll get you a wheelchair, and so I just used a wheelchair in school for the rest of the week, or the 2 weeks. And yeah, actually, when using a wheelchair temporarily is kind of fun.
Okay, so
Wow.
I have a question about your story.
A what?
So like, I have a question about your story.
What?
So like the injury like didn't happen like on that hill, right?
No.
Right.
So why did you tell us about the hill?
Why'd you bring it up in the first place?
I wanted to give like a background of what we would do. Also, it's kind of surprising that this, instead of me hurting myself on this like 40-foot high hill, I hurt it like on a 2-foot drop.
But like
I don't know. I just wanted to give background. Don't question it. All right.
Too late for that.
So, speaking of bikes, do you remember that time when Nick and Gavin rode off into the sunset?
Yeah.
Kind
No,
of like what
here's
we're
a
doing
clip.
right now.
Well. Yeah.
Riding off into the
That was a pretty
sunset?
good clip. That was a pretty good clip, wasn't it?
I really doubt that. I mean, I could be looking like a total asshole right now on the podcast, but if I'm not, you.
So, I think that's about it. This was the Squares and Tools podcast, and we'll go down a rundown. So, my name is David. Somebody else say what their name is.
My name is Tom.
No, you're not next.
I don't know the order.
You.
Why am I next?
That doesn't make any
Because
sense.
that's how
That's
we always
just
did
who's
it.
on the screen right now. It goes
All right.
David, Dylan, Andy. And I'm not
Dylan.
on there.
Shouldn't we have done this at the beginning?
Just,
They
all
can
right, Nick,
see.
go. Nick, go.
Where do you want me to go?
His name is Nick, and Andy, give the final go away.
Okay, well, thank you for watching. This has been the Squares and Tools podcast. We'll see you next year. Bye.
Son of a fuck.